Good morning, Christine Regan Lake here. Hope all is well. So today I'm continuing my discussion on the 18 schemas, which are core beliefs or global metaphors that basically all of humanity struggles with. And today we're going to talk about social isolation and feeling excluded. So basically, this schema is for people who struggle with always feeling like they are left out, that they don't belong, that somehow they are so different, they are so not like everyone else, that they are never welcome, they don't fit in, and that they just don't belong. And so people with this schema tend to struggle with feelings of anxiety in group settings. They struggle with trying to feel like they fit in or that they're welcome. And what happens with this schema is it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more that you believe you're an outsider and that you don't fit in and that you're not welcome and that you're not accepted into, a social setting, a social group, a family dynamic, whatever, the more you believe that, the more you keep creating circumstances in which you feel that way. Now, what they have found is that people who struggle with isolation and feelings of exclusion, they can reverse that by being when they experience situations in which they go to a group and they feel they are very much accepted. They're in an organization or a group or a family dynamic where it is very open and loving and accepting. And so the more experiences that someone can create in which they start believing and seeing that they actually do fit in, that they are welcome, they are accepted, they're not so different, the more that can help to reverse this belief that I don't belong, I don't belong. And it's also interesting from a spiritual perspective in terms of when we embrace a path of spiritual growth and evolution. The more one explores their own spirituality and how the universe, how we're all connected, that can also help in terms of releasing those beliefs that I don't belong. Because the reality is, all of humanity, we all struggle with the same issues. You know, Everybody at certain points in their life feels like an outsider, feels like they don't fit in, feels like they're not understood, feels like they're not accepted. We all struggle with the same core fears and beliefs and self-doubts and insecurities. And the more that you can understand that and heal those wounds of your past, look back to the moments in your childhood where you had situations either in family dynamics or in social groups with other kids, children in school, in social settings and stuff like that, where you felt really excluded, taking a moment to go back to those experiences and release that emotional trauma from that experience and realize, people weren't necessarily you know children can be unconscious and they can be quite mean and whatever, but the reality is what someone else doesn't have anything to do with you, right? So we are all part of one human race. We are all divine beings who have are worthy of love and acceptance and dignity and respect. And if you can go back to those experiences, heal those wounds, release those negative anchors, and start finding dynamic groups which make you feel welcomed and accepted, whatever. And making a conscious decision that if you are with a group of people who are judgmental, who are constantly picking at you and criticizing you, whatever, well, then maybe it's time to up level your social group, create a purer inner circle that you say, you know what, I no longer have room in my life for people who are not warm and kind and opening, or open to welcoming other people, like that you're going to step back from people who are harsh and judgmental and who who enjoy or create feelings of making people feel left out. You know those people who do that, the people who really feed on leaving people out and making them feel less than and being judgmental and things like that. So, if you know that you have these, that you struggle with these feelings, then it might be time to really reevaluate your inner circle and see if you might find a kinder, more loving, more compassionate group of people to be around, who are accepting of you, who don't judge you, who don't, go out of their way to make you feel left out or left or less than, things like that. We ultimately are completely in charge of our life, of the people we allow in our circle. But, consider seeking out people who are warm and accepting. And as you do that, the more experiences you have in your life, in your body, it seeps into your nervous system, and it will start to heal those wounds and reverse that belief that you don't belong. Right? We are one race. It is the human race. We are all connected. We are all worthy. Everybody deserves the divinity to be their unique divine self, unlike anybody else. And it's about being around people who see that, who understand that, who live that, and honor that. So I hope you found value with that. Have a beautiful day, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks. Bye.